Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give Koholo Yahweh Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh for giving me the spirit and power to do this lesson. Right, and I want to give also Koholo Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh for giving me the spirit and power to wake up another day to show forth repentance in these last days, despite our mess ups, despite everything that we go through on a daily basis that may bring us down from time to time. Right, you still woke up another day to show forth repentance. So it's best that you do that each and every day. Hey, and see where you end up at the end of everything, man. You might turn out good. The Most High might, have something good waiting on you, because you endured through a lot of stuff, right? But what I want to touch on today, I don't have a prepared lesson all the way, but I did have a couple of precepts I wanted to go into. The times that we're coming in, having to prepare our minds for giving up everything, because it's getting closer and closer to the times where we got to give up everything. We see now, Esau, he's been doing this since 2020, right? He's been doing this since 2020, but he's been wiping out people's bank accounts. It started off with Silicon Valley over there in California, and then it just started bouncing and pinging off with different banks where they've been just deleting everybody's bank account. They're trying to say they're filing for bankruptcy and they're not telling the people anything, but it's all a part of the system. They're not wiping, it seems like they're not wiping everybody's bank account out just like that, because they don't want the people to go into an uproar, but still the people are going to go into an uproar. Right. So they trying to be strategized with it, and they trying to do it, slowly but surely. They trying to, do certain banks at a time. But since 2020, go Google how many people's bank accounts at different banks have been wiped clean. I'm talking about from the biggest banks to the smallest banks. And even a lot of bank locations has been closed down. Now, the reason why it's very important about the bank accounts is because the world is attached to money. The world will do anything for money. So it makes the perfect sense, to go over a lesson like this and help you understand that. Like Yahushua said, he said, render unto Caesar what's Caesar's. Give him what's his. Whose face is on that? Still to this day, whose face is on that money? It's Caesar's face, which goes back to the Roman Empire. Elon Musk just announced that this is Rome all over again. He announced that. He said that. He said this is Rome all over again, right? He said that we are rebuilding Rome, and this time it won't be overthrown. That's what he said, I believe. So there you have it, out of the devil's mouth himself. Now they didn't got to the height of their peak. Now they being prideful, and they want to say, yeah, this is Rome. Yeah, we've been Rome the whole time. Yeah, and we've been treating y'all bad. Y'all ain't going to do nothing. And we're going to make Rome great again. All right? That's where they've been. But going back to my point, this is snares and traps, man, and don't get caught up in that shit. If you happen to fall under the category of, your bank account being wiped out, not having everything, because I know it, a lot of people, especially us, Jake gets to that money, man. We like to make money. And us being to make money, we like to have a bank account. And having a bank account, your bank account might get wiped out, man. Your bank account just might get wiped out, might wipe clean. It could be in something you've been saving for years. You could have 20 bands in there. You can have $20,000 in there, and you wake up one morning and it's all gone. And the bank didn't file bankruptcy out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't get into your account. You don't know what's going on. And that was your savings. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers and sisters, they might have more money. But we're not supposed to depend on that. We're supposed to depend on the Most High God, the Holy One of Israel. And I love bringing out this precept. I love bringing out this precept in Isaiah chapter 10. Isaiah 10 and 20, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. You got to stay upon the Most High God in truth in these last days, and more so in the days we are approaching, right? Because if you're not praying now, your prayers ain't going to work later. They're just not going to work later. Hey, that's just like a woman. When you on top, she want to be with you, but as soon as you fall off, she leave you. And then when you get back on top, she try to come back around. No, that's not happening like that. How much more with the Lord? That's why the Lord tell you to seek him early. Seek him right now, man. I'm telling you, man, if you're not repenting and praying now, bro, it's gonna be too late when everything goes into a chaotic state. It's gonna be too late at that point. You can pray all you want to, and he's not gonna hear you. You know, the same way the Most High God is not speaking now, it's gonna be the same way in Jacob's trouble. He's not speaking. He don't have to answer all your prayers. He doesn't answer all of our prayers. Right? Always remember that. So how much more for somebody that's not praying? He's not gonna answer them. But it says, I'm going to read it again. And it shall come to pass in that day, and the days that we're coming upon. And it's always been like this, but this is the time of Jacob's trouble. So this is an even more severe time where we're going to need the Lord. Right? So it says, it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, you go into the word remnant, it means small fraction of people, right? A small section of people, which of course make up the body of believers, true believers, that worship the Most High God in spirit and in truth. When you hear brothers always say, man, you got to stay in the spirit. You got to stay in the spirit. Man, those are spiritual people. Why are they speaking about staying in the spirit? The world doesn't do that. The world tell you to do what you want. Obey your thirst. You know what I'm saying? You know, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. I won't be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's full out wrong. But it says, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon them that smote them. We stay upon this man. We need his money in order to survive. I mean, at this time, at least. At this point, you just making money just to keep your head above water. Some brothers, they get in their way. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers and sisters, they get in their way. But for the majority of us, they even trying to make it to where rich people, what we think is rich people, middle class people, I say, they about to be right here with us. And I want you to pay attention to something. If you go to Dollar General, if you got a Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree in your city or your town, bro, you be seeing Mercedes Benz pull up to Dollar Tree. And you be like, damn, what you doing here? You got a whole Mercedes Benz. I'm talking the new one. The new one. And they at Dollar General shopping. And you can tell they embarrassed. But the thing is, they cutting out the middle class people. It's either you a have or you a have not. And that's just what it is, man. And luckily, blessed to be, we are a part of the have-nots because it keeps us humble, right? That's why Yahweh Shah said to the rich man, go and sell everything you got and give it to the poor, and then come follow me. And it said he walked away sadly, for he had great possessions. So you know what that means? It's not that he didn't know. It's the point wasn't, like I said last night, the point wasn't that he didn't give away his riches. The point is, the point wasn't that the Lord really wanted him to do that. The Lord was proving a point by showing that he wasn't going to do it because he had great possessions. That's what the scripture said, right? And that's what it's going to be a determining factor here in these last days, man. Are you willing to give up that customized charger that you've been having for the last couple of years and you almost finished paid off with? Are you willing to give that up? Because a lot of people are not. They're going like, bro, nobody has this car. This is my car. I'm not doing this. Here, chip me. I'll take that chip. It ain't nothing. I know the Lord forgive me. You're going to be in situations like that. And it ain't just charger. Whatever you got that you look at as valuable, whether it's your house, car, shit, even your girl. Your girl might want to be, take it. And I'm only saying girl because I'm a man. So I got to, other way around for sisters. No, you might want to keep your husband and he want to go get chipped and you follow him. It's telling you the times we're coming upon is going to be very bad. But going back to my point, it says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. Esau smote us. We using his money to get by. It says, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And that's why you go to Isaiah 65 and a plethora of other different scriptures that we use and we build on when the Lord said he's going to take care of us. We see the Lord is coming through when he said he's going to bring forth destruction in this place. We have to believe that he's going to take care of us also. And I'm talking about you. The word stay upon means depend upon. So you're going to depend upon, you're going to have to throw up a prayer and be like, Lord, we're hungry. Can you please do something for us? However you say it in your prayer. And then it might be a day later. The Lord don't have to answer you right then and there. You're not going to see a big ass burger fall out the sky. The Lord don't have to answer you right then and there. But the Lord is always on time. You heard that growing up in church. The Lord is always on time. He going to feed you when he feel like you need to be fed. straight up. And that's the way we gotta adjust our mind to that. We on the Most High God's time, and He's gonna feed us according to what He see fit, what He think is best for us, right? And we okay with that. We have no problems with that at all, no problems. But we're gonna stay upon the Most High. We're gonna depend upon the Most High in these last days, man. While society is collapsing, you know, like I always say, when we dealing with a fire, let's say your friend catches, y'all walking down the street and your friend catches on fire, and you right there, you got to make a decision. It's either you gonna sit there and let them burn up, or you gonna pat them down. You're gonna throw them up against stuff. You're gonna pour water on them. You're gonna do whatever you can to get that fire out. And guess what? You more likely to get burnt in the midst of that fire. You're gonna get burnt, whether it's your finger, your clothes, whatever. Hey, or even the smoke. And that's gonna be the same way with us. When the Lord is judging this place, it's certain things that we had, we're not gonna be able to have no more, not because He's judging us, but because He's judging the world. And I mean, like, Tempur-Pedic mattress that you have that feels so good. You got that jelly pad Tempur-Pedic mattress that stays cool in the nighttime. You got the pillows to go with it. Hey, you got the TV that's right in front of it, right? You got the car that's right outside. You can go to your refrigerator. You got a deep freezer too with all kind of meat in it. You can go cook you up something. You can go, order you something. Those things are going to be taken away from us, but it's not because we're getting punished. It's because the wicked are getting punished. But we're going to have to deal with those after effects, of that fire. We're gonna have to deal with it. That fire is going to be hot for us, but it's going to be, they're going to actually know what that fire feels like. But it's just going to be hot for us. We're going to start sweating. You know what I'm saying? So going from there, I want to go to 2 Corinthians 2:11, because this is the direction I was going with the lesson that I had in mind. So this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices. These banks wiping out these accounts, this is all strategized. You telling me they got technology to do all of this? I already showed y'all the Project Bluebeam, where you got whales in a whole auditorium jumping out the water. You can hear the water splashing. You've seen the video. Our phones, the things that our phones can do, how you can turn your phone into a business. You can contact people across the world. They got technology to do all that. But here it is. These accounts are getting wiped out for some reason. Cash App. It's another one. Cash App is having all kind of problems right now. Right now. I tried to pay my phone bill off of Cash App, and I had to wait, like 7 business days because of something they have going on. This is all strategy. It's all a strategy, man. It's all to be like, this system isn't working, so we have a new system coming into play, which is the CBDC. Now, they let these things die off, but they always revive it and bring it back, and then they come back with it harder. Straight up. Hey, and another thing, too, I want to say, and I was meditating on this, with the COVID thing. When COVID was, running rapid, they started making people do all these different masks, hand sanitizer, all that. That was all a test. But the biggest test that a lot of people look straight past is those face recognitions. They say it's to see if you're sick, but I believe that is Revelation 13:16. They shall receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So they was using it as a face recognition to, AI, artificial intelligence. It gets smarter and smarter as people put their face in it. It calculates certain things. You know what I'm saying? It gets smarter and smarter. And eventually, they're going to be scanning for a chip. I was like, that makes the utmost sense, making you think it's for the, you sick. And, if you could be at work or not. But here it is. They got a whole back plan for it. That's what's going on. That's what I believe that's what's going on. That's why those face recognitions never left these buildings. Because I was at a drop yesterday, and I realized, I'm like, damn, they still got the face recognition things in all of these buildings when I seen it in that one. And then, flashbacks, I'm like, damn, they in all of these buildings still. They're not going anywhere. They already said that the big C vid is over. Joe Biden announced it. He said it's over. So why the hell y'all still got these face recognition things in here then? Why? Straight up. And then another thing too, with these elevators in these different buildings, because I be going downtown a lot. And in downtown, and and wherever your city is or whatever the case, man, they starting to do a lot of scanning of your key card or your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to this Edomite yesterday, man. I was like, bro, I know you just didn't. I said it. I was like, bro, I know you just didn't scan that with your hand. And he had his phone in his hand, but he did like that. And he said that he has an app in the background because he was on messages, and he had an app in the background. He said he keeps it on in the background so that he can scan it with his phone. Because I'm thinking he's scanning it with his hand. I was like, oh no, hell no. And he's scanning with his phone, but this is how close they are just to transition it to that. Bro, it's gonna happen so fast, bro. It's gonna happen so fast. And we have to be spiritually, mentally prepared for this, because we can never physically get prepared for what's about to happen, but we can be spiritually and mentally prepared for it. So it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. You do not want to be ignorant of his devices. And one of his devices is money, man. So from there, I want to get Job 5. The book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, in fact, I'm going to get it in another translation also. Let's see what it says in Job 5 in NLT. And if you ain't noticed, the NLT and the Amplified version, I use those a lot because I think those are the most accurate when it comes to outside of the KJV. So it says, Job 5 and 12, he frustrates the plans of schemers, so the work of their hands will not succeed. He traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted, which is put to naught, set at naught. So the point is, he frustrates the plan of schemers, so the work of their hands will not succeed. All of this thing that they slowly but surely, progressively, come bringing into play, it's not going to work. It's going to work to who he wanted it to work with, which is the people he don't have love for anyway, the Most High. But for his elect, which is all he cares about, it's not going to be like that, man. And you got to think about it. A lot of people, even outside that don't believe in the Bible, they ain't going for it either. They ain't about to get no chip in their hand, man. They ain't going for it. And this is going to cause a whole civil war, right? Civil war, gender war, racial war, nationality war, nation war. I mean, it's coming, man. It's coming very, very quickly. And like I said, you got gender war right now. You got, man, on these podcasts, these different podcasts, I know I'm just ranting, but on these different podcasts, you literally can see how women and men are at war with each other. This is all you hear is the role of a woman, the role of a man, the role of a woman, the role of a man. And it's all confusion because they not doing it all for the scriptures, man. They coming up with their own ideologies as they go, as we progress in life, as we get farther and farther in life here in 2024. They came up with their own ways of how a man should walk and how a woman should walk, when the ways of the Bible always worked. You didn't hear them arguing about this in the Bible on what a man should be doing and what a woman should be doing. You just never heard of that. The biggest thing that was just like the biggest problem in the scriptures, and it ties into all different kind of things, is idolatry. But when we talking about gender war, like, bro, I'm not about to argue over you. I'm not about to argue with you over what your role is as a woman. You over here talking about we equal, but here it is. You're afraid to go get in a UFC ring with a man. We're equal. Or here it is. The man's supposed. What? Here it is. The man, when you feel like the man is being a deadbeat, there's just as many deadbeat mothers as his fathers. But the man, you go put him on child support because you feel you can't do it by yourself. But here it is, we equal though. So the same with the man. The man, he don't be trying to put the woman on child support when he got the kids. He go do his thing with his kids. He be like, I got this. That's what I've seen growing up. Women, they always complaining and putting the man on child support. And Esau Esau be turning our asses up, man. Esau be turning our asses up. He get to the point where he don't even tell you to come to court no more. He just puts you on child support. You know why? Because they getting a portion of money out of that. You got these dumbass women putting these men on child support. Now, some of them, rightfully so. Some men are deadbeats. But you got a lot of women, they do it because of emotion. The man didn't want to be with them no more. Or they mad at the man because he's trying to correct his house. He like, nah, we not moving like that. And then she kick him out. Or even Section 8, anything like that. Anything like that. It's just a whole gender war. I don't want to harp on that. So going back to Job 5:12, he frustrates the plans of schemers so the work of their hands will not succeed. He traps the wise in their own cleverness. This is what we're looking at. Esau is really think that this is going to work and the Most High is going to make all this backfire. Just like how he's in cahoots with all these different nations and trying to set up this one world government. This one world government is already coming up with plans and they do being partners against America. The only reason why these nations are partnering and doing business, merchant with America is because they have to. America's in rulership. But they behind closed doors, making all kind of deals behind his back and plotting to destroy him. The book of Obadiah chapter 1. All praises to the Most High that we have under that kind of understanding. The Most High God is making sure that these things happen. We can boldly say these nations, America's allies, are all teaming up against America right now on how to overthrow them. And we know how they're going to overthrow them. They're going to nuke them. And then after they nuke them, they're going to be sorrowful about it. They're going to wish they never did it. That's what it says in Revelation 18. Alas is a sign of remorse. That great city, right? So I want to get this in Matthew. Because each and every day you got to understand we're getting closer to this place coming down, not closer to this place, being built up. So as time go by, man, we're gonna be put in situations where you feel like you getting judged when it's really not. That's just what it's coming to. We are comfortable, man. Me and Captain was talking about this, how pacified the people are. These people are pacified. That's why they don't care about nothing. Because they don't need you. They don't need nobody. They feel like they don't need God. So they damn sure feel like they don't need you. And that's what you hear a lot on social media. I don't need nobody for shit. Or once I feel like I don't need you no more, that's it. You can just, Facebook is a platform where people will show you what they're thinking. They show you what they're thinking. Just like the Most High God gives us an insight into the people's mind by using the scriptures when we go out there to the highways and byways. Because then you will really understand that people really don't love God. And if they don't love God, they don't love you. And the Most High God will give you an insight of that, man. He'll give you an insight of their mind. It's the same way with Facebook, man. He gives us an insight on how these people really think. Certain things people say, like I seen a post, a woman said, she said that she think is gay when her man waits, like let's say me. Me and the homie, we at the house, we playing the game, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? And when we done, I take him home because he don't got a car. And he gets out the car, all right, shalom, and he goes into the house. And I wait until he unlocks his door and go in the house. Women think that's gay. Women, they showing you how they thinking. They think that's gay. Thanks to social media, it shows us that. Let's not talk about this balloon pop challenge. That goes for the men and the women, how delusional and dumb and how carnal they are, man. Sadish. You over popping a balloon because you don't like his shoes? That nigga can take off them shoes right now and throw them. But she'll pass him up because of his shoes. You got 6 foot buff ass niggas on there. Niggas is with a balloon in their hand, hoping that they don't get their balloon popped. These niggas should be somewhere in the NFL and they in a line letting a woman that don't know what she won't judge them on why she don't want them or why she want them. This world is out of whack, man. It has to be reordered. And the only way it can be reordered is by putting these people through hell, man. Putting these people through utter hell. And it's gonna be real hell, because we've been through the, well, not we, because I wasn't alive then, but you had something called the Great Depression. And in China, you had something called the Great Leap Forward. And it's where the economy collapsed. Everything, people was getting ushered cans of bean. It's getting food rationed to them, right? Cans of bean. You come and you get a box and they have cans of bean. It has some bread and they have some crackers in it. You know what I'm saying? They have a little bit of nothing in it. And they had to live with that because of the Great Depression. And people are going to have to go through something worse than that, because even back then, they felt like, eventually we're going to shake back from this. We're going to come back from this. So the Most High has to up the ante and make them know that y'all going to die like this. Because that's what the Bible says. They're going to die in starvation. They're going to die in homelessness. They're going to die with depression, with all these things on their mind. They're going to die like that, man. And rightfully so, man. Look at how wicked the people are. You can't even teach them about God anymore, man. You got Native Americans celebrating Thanksgiving. It don't get no dumber than that. Bro, I don't care how indoctrinated you are. It does not get no dumber than that. That's like us celebrating the whole 1800s of when we was in slavery. It's like, yeah. Because when you think of Thanksgiving, there's no point to where it's like, this is a celebration that we made it. No, it's a celebration about literally how your land got taken from you. If you go deeper and deeper into the word Thanksgiving, because I did, the word Thanksgiving comes from every time the conquistadors, every time like General Custer and all of those different men, Garcia, Franco, all of these different, heathen Edomites, when they was going from village to village, town to town, state to state, they would slaughter all the people and they would have a feast and they would say, this is a good Thanksgiving. Thanks for giving us this land in the name of slaughter. And you got people celebrating this shit. That's all you hear. That's all you gonna hear from today all the way to Friday. It's Happy Thanksgiving. And then here, like what? A couple of years, like 3 years ago, the day after Thanksgiving is Native American Heritage Day. So Native American, let me look it up right quick. Native American Heritage Day. It's crazy, man, that you got people really celebrating this shit. I'm gonna put when is Native Americans. So it says Native American Heritage Day is celebrated on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. Then the very next day is Native American Heritage Day. So you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck is Thanksgiving for then? What is that about then? If Native American Heritage Day is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, what is Thanksgiving about? But this is a whole mockery. This is a whole mockery. And they made it a federal holiday, meaning buildings, companies are closed because they want everybody to celebrate this shit. That's why the Lord is he gonna skadoosh a lot of Israelites, man, because they sottish, man. So going back to the scripture, I want to get Matthew 22 and 21, and then I got to get up out of here. So Matthew chapter 22. And I'm going to start at 15. It says, Salakia. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent out unto him. And that's why we thankful that they did this, because it gives us a better understanding. Yahushua was stepping on them with these questions. It says, and they sent unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art a true teacher, thou art true and teachest the way of God in truth. Neither carest for thou any man, for thou regardest not the person of men. Tell us, therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Is it lawful to pay taxes? Is it lawful or not? So like it. And we know the answer to that. But it also says, but Yahushua perceived their wickedness and said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Shew me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And even when, and I don't have $1 right now, and I've showed it in one of my earlier videos. When you look on that dollar, it says this is for debt reasons. That's why it says, show me the tribute money. Tribute is taxes, like money that you owe them, because they feel like you're in debt. That's the only reason why you're giving money, because you in debt. Straight up, it says, show me the tribute money, and they brought unto him a penny. It says, and we have pennies to this day. We still have pennies. And guess what? It's the same freaking face on it. Caesar, which goes back to the Romans. Greco-Roman Empire. The same Edomites' faces on the money. George Washington, Carver, Benjamin Franklin. You got Abraham Lincoln. The same Edomites. These are heathens. These are the tabernacles of Edom. Right? It says, and he said unto them. So when they brought him the penny, he looked at it and he was like, who is this image and subscription on this? Right? Whose image and writing is on this? They said unto him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar's the things that are Caesar's, which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God. It says, and when they heard these words, they marveled and left him, and they went their way. And Yahushua told us that we're supposed to keep his sayings. In John 14 and 24, 23 and 24, he says, if we love him, we're going to keep his sayings. If we don't love him, we not. So we're keeping this saying by giving unto Caesar what's his. But that money is theirs, man. Give it to him. That's their shit. No matter what you got to pay, that's theirs. Like, I'll give you an insight of mine. So I got hit. Like, it's this Capital One. I don't have no Capital One. My bank is not Capital One. I have a whole different bank. But Capital One sent me a message on Gmail. And they said, you owe $49. I'm like, nah, I don't own 49 because I don't know y'all. And I could tell because they said they gave me account number and all this. I'm like, nah, I don't know you. So I ignored it. Bro, just now as I'm doing this lesson, my card is locked. And they went and took the bread out of there and said, thank you. They didn't even do their research and be like, well, he don't have an account. They just did it. And they want me to come fight against it. And I'm not. That's your shit. Take it, man. Take it. Now, if it's somebody's, got my information on a card and they somewhere buying money and all, they spending my money in different places. Yeah, I'm going to dispute that. I'm going to have a problem with that. But companies like this, man, have that shit if you think that, that's going to stop me from progress in this, when it comes to taking care of my family or with the most I got. Because it's not. Right? Yahushua said, render unto Caesar what's Caesar and unto God what's God. Guess what? You belong to God. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and 14. And 1 Corinthians chapter 3 also. But I'm going to get 2 Corinthians. Is it 2? Might be 1 Corinthians 6. Not 2 Corinthians 6. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 6. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God? Ye are not your own. You do not belong to yourself. And this is what's important. When a Yahushua says you're going to be judged for everything you have done in your body, hey, this is talking about what we ate too. And Yahushua already told us, he said it in the book of Luke, if you're not trusted with little things, how can you be trusted with great things? He goes on a rant on how if you can't take care of the things of the world, you're not going to be able to take care of anything. So that goes with our body too. We have to, do better and better each and every day. And of course, it goes, some people go cold turkey, some people wing themselves. But we got to start drinking better. We got to start eating better. And that's a fact, because this body is not yours. You have to take care of the body that was given to you. Straight up. So he says, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. And that's something we all have to, this is part of our, us walking in wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It's part of us walking in wisdom. That's why it's always good to fast, man. At least once a week fast, man. It's very important to fast once a week, because you fasting those toxins and those different, nasty foods out of your body, man. Very important, man. But going back to Matthew, Yahushua said, render unto Caesar what's Caesar's, and unto God the things that belong to God. The money is his, so stop growing attached to it. And the body is Yahweh's, man. It's his. He gave that to you. Straight up, man. A lot of people, like I did a video the other day on the church minister woman who had a BBL, and she said her BBL is her business. So she made her body, she transformed her body. She got a BBL, she got her titties done, she got her face done, she got her teeth done, she got her eyebrows done. She changed her whole image, and she said, this is my business. So basically she's saying, this is my body, and I'm going to do what I want with it. People like that are going to be judged horribly, horrifically. They're going to be judged, man, accordingly. Right? But I got to go, man. Abaratazah, you was edified, even if it's just a little bit, man. Kohalon Yahweh Bahashim, Hamashiach Yahweh Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Kud. Until next time, Shalom.